Hello everyone! I'm like so not used to seeing myself with makeup on. I think it's probably been like a good 2 weeks or something since I have filmed with makeup on. Much less, I mean, it's definitely been at least a week since I've even like worn makeup. I've been sick, I'm still sick, so I'm so sorry that I am still a bit plugged up and my eyes are watery and I'm a bit low energy, but I'm trying to like put a pep in my step and get through this because it is that time of month. I mean, heck, I'm past that time of month. Usually I get these I just published an empties video. Usually I film these best and worst of beauty videos at the actual end of the month, but it's February now and I'm just like, I guess I gotta do that. So yeah, blah blah blah, rabba rabba roober. Let's just get on into this video. Like I said, I hope you can bear with me. I'm a little right now, but I've got some bad products and some not so great but decent, and then also some like quite possibly holy grail products. So I am excited to jump into the pyramid with you guys. So let's just sing the song together and then we can get on into it. It's the best and worst of beauty, whether good or bad. Here's the down and dirty. The first product, the bottom of the pyramid, this product was not good, you guys. Can't you see it? It's right here. I'm holding it. No, I'm not. The product that I'm talking about, I meant to hold on to it, but it's in the dumpster right now. I showed it in my most recent empties video. Like always, I do have I do have pertinent cards linked up in the corner here when I can, and I also do have links down below if you want to watch past videos or anything that I'm mentioning. But I just filmed an empties video, finally, and I threw this mascara into my empties, and then I threw it away, and I forgot to not throw it away for this video. It is the NARS Audacious Mascara. It was not good, you guys. I really liked the mascara initially. Like, it made my lashes look really fluttery and just pretty and lengthened and nice, and I really did end up liking the wand. It was very terrifying. Like, everyone pointed out in the comments that it looked like a centipede, and I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I didn't make that connection, but it really does look like a scary centipede. Like Satan's pet centipede, basically. And the fact that it's red, it just doesn't help with the flaming scariness. But the wand actually works quite well because it has some like flat planes in there amongst the bristles, so you can really coat your lashes with the mascara with the flat planes and then do like a twist like I do with my CoverGirl Supersizer mascara, and then the bristles end up going through and it just separates and lengthens and makes your lashes look really nice. But unfortunately that mascara just like poof disappears off of my lashes throughout the day. Like, whether I end up touching my eyes or not, it's just like not there a few hours later. So it really, I mean, especially for the price, it's what, like a $26 mascara, I'm pretty sure, for the full size? No, that's absolutely ridiculous. There is just way too many good, fabulous drugstore mascaras out there where paying that kind of a price for a mascara that doesn't even work after the initial application, And then next up here on the bottom of the pyramid, I'm so sad because I really liked this product and I wanted it to work and I felt like it was working, but unfortunately it was the culprit of me breaking out. This is the L'Oreal Revitalift Bright Reveal Brightening Dual Overnight Moisturizer. L'Oreal sent this to me a while back and started using it this month, and I was really excited, you know, like you guys have always been on me, like I need to use a moisturizer at night, and I know I've just like been lazy. But so I started using this one and I really liked it. You know, it's the kind of like dual thing where one side squirts out like more of a serum and then the other side squirts out more of like a moisturizer, so it kind of looks like, you know, a toothpaste in that sense when you squirt it out, but then you just rub it all together onto your skin and it smells really good, like really fresh and everything. But I don't know, maybe it's the fragrance in here that did end up breaking me out. My skin is quite sensitive, and so when strong fragrances are in products, I kind of tend to stay away from them because they do tend to break me out. And while this did feel really good, like really deep down hydrating and nice, I did notice some like little pimples kind of popping up around my jawline and then around like my forehead area. And I was like, crap, I wonder if it's this moisturizer. And so I stopped using it, and it's been like maybe a week and a half, 2 weeks since I stopped using it, and I'm completely like pimple free pretty much. I've got a couple on my nose that were from a different product, but yeah, This was unfortunate. I'm so sad because like I said, it did work really well. So if your skin is not sensitive to fragrance, I would definitely recommend maybe giving this a try. I did think it worked really well, but unfortunately if you have sensitive acne prone skin like me, I would say stay away from this. It is far, far, far too fragranced, and it ended up breaking me out. So I don't know, Mom, do you want this? I can give it to you to try if I don't know how your skin is with scents. In any case, I'm gonna be passing this on because unfortunately for me, it didn't bode well. What is English when you're sick? Bunch of gobbledygook in my case. Moving on, next product on the bottom of my pyramid here. From here on out, we are pretty much talking about good products, but for these next few, there are some drawbacks to them. I have got the full size, this makes a difference, the full size of the Kat Von D Tattoo Liner Waterproof Liquid Eyeliner in the shade Trooper. It's the black one. I got this in the Sephora Favorites kits over the holidays. Not kits, it was just one kit, but it included a bunch of different products. I'm so sorry I never ended up reviewing that for you guys. I had filmed a review of it, but it was like so rushed and it was just like, it was worthless. So this was included in that Favorites kit and I was kind of apprehensive about it. I was like, maybe I should just give it away because I've tried deluxe samples of this liner, you know, just from random Sephora perks or like a Sephora play box. I've tried 2 different ones because the first one I was like, you know, I'm pretty sure, you know, the first one that I used was in the first impressions video that I did on it, and you know, people were telling me, oh, you probably got a dud, blah blah blah, because like it worked, but it wasn't that black, and I just felt like you can get better at the drugstore. The Physicians Formula Eye Booster 2-in-1, 3-in-1, whatever it is, blah blah blah, the one that comes in the silver tube, that one is really really good from the drugstore, and so I just didn't think that this was worth the extra price, and so people were telling me, oh, you probably got a dud, blah blah blah, and so I ended up trying another deluxe sample that I got from Sephora, and that one did the same thing on me, and so I'm like, I basically came to the conclusion that it's me, not the liner, it's me. The full size came in that Favorites kit, and so I was like, you know, maybe I should give it another try, la la la, people love it, maybe it's because it's a deluxe sample, because sometimes that does happen with products. Sometimes they're really not as good in the deluxe sample, and sometimes they're really good in the deluxe sample, and then you get the full size and you're like, no. Since trying out the full size, this really is a good liner, you guys. I've got it on my eyes today. I've been wearing it a lot this month. I've been trying to push myself to wear winged liner because I do like the way that it looks on me. I'm just so lazy. So I've been trying to push myself to actually wear this liner, and you guys, it really is good for the most part. I feel like the biggest drawback for me is that I feel like I have to be consistently and constantly shaking this while I'm applying, otherwise the tip gets a bit dried out and it can kind of drag. I feel like in my application shots that I'm showing you guys at some point here, you know, I should not do liquid liner when I'm sick. I think I got it to look okay in the end, but oh my goodness. There are definitely some shoddy bits, but overall it does go on mostly smooth. Like I said, I can get some skipping if I don't end up keep shaking it. I do store this upside down and everything like you're supposed to do so that everything goes to the tip instead of away from it, but I feel like the tip, really, you can get a really nice sharp wing with this. You do get a really nice intense black. I think it's matte, isn't it? No, it's got a bit of a sheen to it, but for the most part, I feel like it looks pretty dang matte, but what really impresses me with this is the staying power. Oh my gosh. I can rub my eyes as much as I want, pretty much. I mean, I don't know, I've never like vigorously rubbed at them when I have this on, but like if I need to dab at my inner corner or something because my eye is watery, it doesn't end up coming off, you know, it's still in there nice and sharp. I wore this on New Year's, and New Year's was great for me, but at one point in the night, if I get a little too drunk, I don't do well in a car after that, and you know, we had taken an Uber home because like none of us were able to drive. I ended up having a rough night, I'll just put it that way. And I'm usually really good, like if I get drunk, I'm really good about still brushing my teeth, taking off my makeup, blah blah blah, doing my skincare routine at night, like I'm real good at that, but that night, nope, definitely slept in my makeup, and you guys, my liner looked phenomenal when I woke up and went back home. So I mean, over 24 hours sleeping, drunk, passed out, puking, like all of the conditions you could think of, I put this through, and this liner just, it keeps on keeping on. So this is really good. Like I said, it does have the drawback in that you have to constantly shake it, and that is very annoying for me, but I do think it is really, really nice, and yeah, it's worth the price, I would say, if you are into liquid liner like this. The last thing on the very bottom of the pyramid here, this is going to be a bit controversial, I feel like, but you know, that's what happens when you start talking about cult classics. I have got the Too Faced Sweet Peach palette here, the eyeshadow palette. I never was tempted to buy this, like, at all, but you guys really want a review from me, so I have been getting my eye looks together for my mini tutorials for that, and I have been planning on filming the review of this, so I promise that will get out to you guys very, very soon. I was gonna film that today, but then I was like, nope, best and worst of beauty comes first, so I will have a full review and everything on this out very, very soon, but just, you know, here we are. I'll tell you about it now too. I only bought this because you guys really wanted me to review it, which is totally fine. I mean, that's my job here on my channel, is to review products that you guys want to hear about. So I bought it and, you know, gave it a fair shot and everything, and it's not a bad palette. I just feel like this is one of those palettes where either the colors are really gonna call to you, or they're just kind of gonna be like, meh. And like, for me, I think they're really beautiful. The actual peach shades, I mean, I understand why they put them in here because it is a peach palette, but these shades don't do anything for me. Like, I will never be using these on my lids, I don't think. Did I use them in my tutorials at all? I might have. I might be contradicting myself, but like, these are not the kind of shades that I typically put on my eyes. The rest of the shades, yes, absolutely, but I feel like I have these shades already in other palettes, so like, if you don't have a ton of eyeshadows or eyeshadow palettes, this probably is fantastic. Now, some of the shades are kind of shoddy. Delectable, you can make it work, but Talk Derby to me is like one of the crappiest eyeshadows I've ever tried using. You know, it's one of those glitter shades where the glitter just blows right off. It's not pigmented, it's really patchy. Ugh. I don't know how or why Too Faced put this in this palette. Like, I know the whole concept behind this palette is that, you know, oh, it goes through all the facets and colors of a peach. What part of a peach is purple? Are you thinking plums? Like, maybe I'm missing something or I'm eating the wrong kind of peaches, but this shadow makes no sense to me in the palette. If it was actually like a good shadow, yeah, it makes sense with the color scheme and everything, but that one's just a throwaway for me. You can see there is a bit of kick up, kick back, whatever you're gonna want to call it, powderiness to some of these, but you know, if you're just cognizant of that and you tap off your brush, it doesn't make too much of a difference. Some of the shadows, even if you do tap off your brush, they can cause a lot of fallout. I'm pretty sure Tempting is the one that I'm really thinking of here, so that's kind of a bummer, but overall, I mean, for me, if I end up using a primer like normal, I have to use a primer no matter what, but with a primer and everything, these last all day. They still look really, really good at the end of a day, so they do wear really, really well. Like I said, if these colors are calling to you, you're gonna love this palette. Like, for the most part, these shadows perform super duper well, except for the couple that I mentioned. They are really nice, they're soft, they're creamy, they blend really, really well, really easily. For me, it's just not one of those palettes where like I open it and I'm like super duper inspired and everything. Oh, and of course, yes, it does smell like peaches. To me, it smells like Smarties candies, and a lot of people, I forget which video it was that I mentioned that. Oh, I think it was the review of the Sweet Peach lip gloss that I did. I guess Smarties in countries other than North America are chocolate. They're not chocolate here. They're like little, I don't know, they're kind of like Pez texture, but they're just like sweet, sugary little candies. So that's what it smells like to me. A lot of people think it smells like peach rings. I don't think it's that kind of a peach smell, but you know, it does smell good if you're into that. So overall, this is a good palette. That's why I have it a step up from the Kat Von D liner, because even though it's not like a personal favorite best for me, I can't knock it for the quality. Like, for the most part, the quality really is there. And then moving on up to the second tier of the pyramid here, I have got a concealer. This is the Too Faced Born This Way Naturally Radiant Concealer. I have mine in the shade Very Fair. I really like this concealer, you guys. It is not perfect, but I do really, really like it. I think the thing that I love the most about this concealer is the blendability. I mean, this is probably the most blendable concealer I've ever used in my life. Like, you just even start to dot it out and blend it in, and it just like melts into your skin. I just think the finish is really, really lovely. The only thing that I can kind of knock it on is that it doesn't last all day on me. You know, I'm assuming it's because I have oily skin and everything, but I do think that it fades gracefully, and it doesn't doesn't look dry at all. It's got kind of like a radiant finish in that it just looks very skin-like and natural, and it's really good. I really, really like this concealer. I feel like the question is, and always will be, because it was kind of released around the same time, you know, is it as good as the Tarte Shape Tape? They're totally different concealers. The Tarte Shape Tape is much more like high, full coverage, but it can look a little dry and definitely can look cakey if you put on too much. But this one is just like one of those natural, radiant, nice concealers that's good for every day. It's really easy for touch-ups and all that kind of stuff. So I really, really do like this concealer. I've been using it a ton, like the past 2 months, really since I ever got this. So I really, really do like this. And then the foundation that I have been using this past month, I feel like so many people get on like, Cassie, you shouldn't use that. That foundation is meant for dry skin. Well, you know, it works for me anyways. So this is the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow Foundation. I have mine in the shade 202 Creamy Natural. And yeah, like this is targeted towards dry skin in the sense that it is a glow foundation. But I mean, do you think it looks super glowy on me? I don't think it looks glowy to the point where it looks dewy and that then it mixes with my oils terribly. Like, I personally think that this foundation works really well on oily skin for me in the winter. You know, my skin is a bit more dry in the winter, or less oily, less sweaty, whatever you're gonna want to say. So for me, when my skin is a bit more dehydrated like it is in the winter, this works really, really well on me, and I just think it looks beautiful. It gives such a nice, soft, satin, radiant finish. It blends in really easily. I think the color match is really nice on me. It is lightweight. It is, for the most part, long wearing. It really does last mostly into the night for me, but, you know, it does fade throughout the day with my oils and everything, but I think it fades so gracefully. I just think it looks so nice and it is so comfy. I don't feel like I'm wearing foundation. As much as people tell me I shouldn't be using this, you know, I wear makeup for me. I personally like the way that this looks and feels on my skin, so I personally really like it. Like I said, you know, I can really only use it in the winter here. I would never be able to use this in the summer, but for now, I really, really like it. Next up on the second tier of the pyramid here, this is the blush that I have been using probably the past 2-3 months now. I just can't get enough. What is that song? Just can't get enough. This is the NARS blush in Deep Throat. I have a little mini deluxe sample here of it. I think I had gotten this in like a 500-point perk from Sephora at one point, and I have just now started using it, and oh my gosh, this might be one of my favorite blushes of all time. Like probably top 5 for sure. It's just so natural. Like this is one of the most natural pinks I've ever had on my skin. It is just lovely, and it's got like a soft satiny glow to it. It's got more of, I would say, like a silver glow to it rather than a gold glow like the Orgasm blush does, but this one is just a lot softer. It's a lot lighter of a pink, and oh my gosh, I love it. I mean, I love NARS blushes anyways. I really do. They're probably like my second favorite blush formula ever, right underneath the Tarte formula of blushes. But this one, oh, it's so, like, I can't stop using it. I'm gonna have to force myself to stop using this so that I can get some use out of my other blushes, but I just think this is so natural. It's so soft, but it's so pretty. I love the formula of NARS blushes in that they're pigmented, but they're not too pigmented, so when you first put it on, it's kind of a sheer wash of color, but then you really do have the ability to build up the pigment and everything, but without making it look clown-like and, you know, too much, and they just blend out really beautifully. They last so well on my skin. You know, I would say I can get a good 8 to 12 hour wear out of NARS blushes. They just are beautiful. I really, really love NARS blushes, and especially Deep Throat. Like all of those noises. I don't know who else watches Trisha Paytas, but in one of her more recent videos where she's sitting in her kitchen on the floor, I think she's definitely putting on a show in those videos, but like there's one where she's just sitting there and like basically doesn't talk for the full 13 minutes, but she's just like drinking apple juice and eating chicken fingers, and when she like opens the thing of chicken fingers, she just like kind of holds it up to the camera and it's just like, like it's probably like one of my favorite things ever. I could just watch that on a loop for like hours. It just makes me laugh. But like her reaction to those chicken fingers at that moment is my reaction to this blush. Just when I look at it, I'm just, it's It's really good. And then moving on up, I have got probably one of my favorite highlighters of all time. I've been wearing it for like the past 2 months because it just pairs so perfectly with that NARS blush that I just talked about, Deep Throat. Not to mention the formula of this highlighter is just phenomenal, but this is the Makeup Geek highlighter in the shade Glitz, you guys. Makeup Geek sent me their new line of highlighters and everything as PR, but you know, I'm not obligated to review them or like the product for that matter, but these are beautiful. Like, I love the etched pattern in them. I love that they've got like, you know, a big, nice, clear mirror in here. They are gorgeous and they last on me all day. Like, all freaking day. These highlighters do not budge on me, so I love them for that. But like, the pigment and everything is just like so phenomenal. The reflect on it is so nice. I know so many people always talk about, I can't even see your highlighter. Well, you know what? I personally like a more natural makeup look, so I don't go for the Wham Bam from Outer Space highlighter look, but like for me, this is so bam. Like, this is a highlighter and it looks so good, and like, even though it is really pigmented in like in my face anyways, I still feel like it blends into the skin so well and just looks really natural and nice. I just think it gives a nice like lit from within kind of a look, but still, since this particular color, this Glitz one, which is like my favorite out of all of them, it's like a very icy pink, so I just feel like in the winter it just looks really, you know, ice queen kind of a look. And since that NARS Deep Throat blush does have that silver tone to it in the sheen that it has, I just think they blend so nicely together. Like, I love my cheeks with this combo. So yeah, the Makeup Geek highlighters are really, 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 really good. I highly recommend them, and this color in particular, if you've got a skin tone like mine, Glitz, is a beautiful, beautiful, like I said, pinky silver kind of a frosty shade, and it's just so nice. Alright, you guys, second to the top product on the pyramid here. This is like a life favorite. I mean, it's makeup, but like, I love this product. I love it. I can't mush and gush about it enough. It has pretty much been one of the things that I've been wearing exclusively on my lips when I have not been doing like a lip product review that day. I have just constantly been reaching for my L'Oreal Infallible Paint lips. I feel like it should be Infallible Lip Paint, but whatever. This is the shade number 312 Nude Star. It's what I have on my lips today, you guys, and it is so gorgeous. It is like an amped up version of my natural lip color in that it's got a bit more of like a rosy toffee to it, but oh, it's one of those ones where you just look at yourself and you're like, hair fluff, yeah, girl, get it. I personally really like the packaging, you know, in this little squeezy tube. I love the doe foot applicator on this. I call these little elf thrones, but it just really like hugs your lips nicely. I'm just gonna reapply because I mean, why the heck not? It is so just hydrating. I love the gloss to it. It just looks so pretty. It fades gracefully throughout the day. I mean, it's a lipstick, you know, like this isn't like a matte liquid lipstick where it's gonna last through eating or gonna last through long periods of time, but I would say this stays pigmented and nice looking on my lips for a good 3-4 hours if I'm not doing anything other than drinking. Don't have to worry about it slip sliding around on your face. It stays there. It's nice. It just I just really, really like this formula. I think the smell is going to be something you're either going to love or you're going to hate. It is almost identical to the smell of the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Glosses. So it's kind of more of like a fruity smell, but I know a lot of people that really don't like the smell of these, and it is quite potent when you first put it on. I definitely think that the smell dissipates and everything, but it does have that smell. It does have that taste if you end up licking your lips. That definitely is something to note, but I personally love the smell of these, so I think this is a great product. Like I said, I have been reaching for this non-stop. I feel like my tube is running out already. I've just been wearing it so much. I like this. And then at the very top of my pyramid, we have got something that usually I feel like isn't on the pyramid at all, but I have found something that I love for my hair. Like, love. Like, this is quite possibly a holy grail product for me. Bang bang meow. This is the Bumble and Bumble Surf Spray for beachy windswept styles, you guys. I mean, this is, like it says, a beach spray, so like a sea salt kind of a spray, I guess, where I just put this on after I get out of the shower and I kind of scrunch my hair up, and like, this is my hair. This stuff just brings out the natural texture of my hair so nicely. Like, so nicely. I feel like, you know, it just gives that nice wave, slight curl. It just, like, this is my hair. And I know, you know, so many people dislike my hair, whatever, you know, I'm at that age where I've grown to love the parts of my body that other people might not, you know? It's my body. It's my hair. It's what I'm working with. I appreciate it for what it's worth, you know? It's my hair, this is what I got, and I like to embrace the naturalness of it as much as I can. It is such a light texture, like you really can't tell that there's anything in my hair for the most part, but even still, it like holds the texture, you know? My hair definitely has the tendency to fall flat by the end of the night, and like some pieces will still be wavy, but some will be kind of straight, and it's just kind of like, what happened? But I feel like this stuff just holds the curl and everything. I don't like the smell of it. It's a weird sea salty kind of a smell, I guess, but it goes away pretty much instantly, so you just kind of have to deal with it when you spray it at first. But it is just, it's so good. I've got a deluxe sample here, but I will definitely be buying the full-size version of this when I run out. It's so lightweight, you know, like I don't have to worry about it weighing my hair down. I have really fine and thin hair, you know, as a lot of people love to point out, but I think it still allows my hair to like have some floof to it and a little bit of volume, and I just really love this stuff. Like, I can't mush and gush about it enough. You know, it's one of those products where it's like simple and to the point. Like, I can't say too much about it, but like what I do have to say about it is that I love it. Like, I love it a lot. So definitely probably holy grail status, but like definitely top of the pyramid for sure. So yeah, that is it, you guys. I'm really curious to see once I edit this video. And since I've been talking at you guys for almost 40 minutes now, oh my god, have I really been talking that long? So quite possibly a longer pyramid than usual, but I feel like I had a lot of good products to talk about, some bad products to talk about too for sure, but I feel like I had a lot of opinions on these products from the past couple of months here. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed seeing the products that I have been both loving and hating recently. If you did enjoy the video or found it helpful, please do go ahead and give me a thumbs up down below. I would really appreciate it. And if you're new here, hey, hi, hello, how are you? You can go ahead and subscribe if you want to see more content from me in the future. I'd love to have you here. And as always, I just hope you guys are all doing well. I hope you had a wonderful month of January, and I hope your February is starting out well as well. And until next time, just stay well until then. Bye!